Everyone is talking about utility tokens, but the SEC just made one thing clear. Calling your token useful doesn't make it a digital commodity. What matters is one word, and it changes everything for founders: functional. If your token isn't actually doing something today, your entire legal strategy could fall apart. Hey everyone, I'm Corey, a lawyer helping entrepreneurs decode law, technology, and innovation. In this video, we're breaking down the SEC's new digital commodity framework and what functional really means if you're building a token, protocol, or crypto product. Because this is no longer about labels, it's actually about whether your system works right now. So this video is part 2 of my broader series on the SEC's crypto rules. So here's what we're covering in this video: what the SEC actually means by a digital commodity, why functional is now the most important word for founders, what strong versus weak token designs actually look like, and the biggest mistakes teams are still making, and what you should be documenting right now. Okay, so first, what does the SEC mean by a digital commodity? The SEC is now saying there's a category of tokens that are not securities, and they're calling them digital commodities. But here's the key definition. A digital commodity is tied to a functional crypto system where value comes from how the system works and from supply and demand. That means no passive income rights, no claims on company profits, no disguised equity. Instead, the token is embedded directly into how the system operates. Next, let's look at functional. Functional is now the standard. This is the most important shift. The SEC is no longer looking at what your token might do in the future. They're asking, what does it do today? Is your system live? Is the token required to use it? Can users actually interact with it right now? If your answer is, well, building toward that, that's a problem, because now your legal narrative and your product reality are out of sync. Okay, next, so what strong versus weak token designs look like? The SEC gives a practical framework here. Strong token designs are tokens required for transaction fees, tokens used for validation or staking, tokens used for governance decisions, and tokens tied to network security. In other words, the token does real work. On the other hand, weak token designs are tokens that exist but they're not required, value that comes from speculation, marketing that focuses on price appreciation, and the utility depends on a future development. That's where risks start building. So next, let's look at why digital commodities are not actually securities according to the SEC. Here, the SEC's reasoning is straightforward. A digital commodity is not a financial claim on a business. It's closer to something like an input into a system. Its value comes from usage, not from ownership rights or managerial promises. And the more your system runs through the protocol design rather than a central team, the stronger the position becomes. So the biggest trap here: you can still create a security. And this is where founders can get caught. Even if your token qualifies as a digital commodity, you can still sell it as part of an investment contract. That happens when your messaging creates an expectation of profit based on your team's efforts. Examples include, we want to increase the token value, major listings coming soon, our roadmap will drive appreciation. That kind of messaging can override your entire legal position. What you should be documenting right now: if you want to operate credibly in this framework, you're going to need to build a record. That record should include what the token does today, where it is used in the ecosystem, whether it's required for functionality, how governance works, how fees and transactions operate, and just as important, how you talk about it publicly. Because your white paper, your website, your social media, they all shape legal risk. Here's the bottom line. A digital commodity isn't about what you call your token. It's about whether your system is actually functional. Utility has to exist today, not in a roadmap. And your message can still turn a non-security into a potential legal problem. The strongest projects align product, economics, and communication from day one. Join me on the path to decoding law, technology, and innovation to grow your business. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time.